Good morning, children. I hope you all are fine and you're welcome in your computer class. Students, in last class we have started our 16th chapter, editing and formatting, and I have told you about how to enter the text, how to leave a space, how to make a paragraph, and how to write in capital letters. Today we will learn to edit text. Students, today we will learn how to edit text and how we can overwrite and deleting text. Okay, so let us start reading first. You can make mistake while entering the text. You need to make corrections or changes into it. Before editing, the cursor must be moved to the place where the changes are to be made. Now, cursor control keys. You can see these arrow keys. These are called cursor control keys. You use the 4 cursor keys or the mouse to move the blinking cursor to the space just after where you wish to change the text. Type in any missing characters, sentences, etc. The 4 cursor keys are used to move the cursor up a line, down a line, left to the letter or right to the letter. These are 4 cursor control keys. Now, overwriting and deleting text. Sometimes you need to alter or delete text in a document. You can do this by overwriting text or by deleting it. Overwriting replaces the existing text with new text as you type. Deleting completely removes the text from the document. If you make a mistake while typing the text, either press the backspace key to delete characters to the left of the cursor or press the delete key to delete characters to the right of the cursor. Overwriting a text. Select the text you want to overwrite. Type the text that you want to replace the selected text. Now, using backspace key. Press the backspace key to delete the text to the left of the cursor. Suppose you have wrongly spelled school as a stool. The letter U has been inserted wrongly. To delete the letter U, position your cursor between U and L. As you press backspace key once, the letter U is removed. Using delete key, press the delete key to delete the letter to delete the text to the right of the cursor. Suppose you have wrongly spelled school as school. The letter U have been inserted wrongly. To delete the letter U, reposition your cursor between O and U. As you press delete key once, the letter U is removed. Now undo and redo. If you do anything which you think should be undone or brought back to its earlier position, the undo button can help you. Similarly, if you think that the earlier action was right, you can choose the redo button on the quick access toolbar. Redo button can help you to bring the text back to its earlier stage. Now students, I will explain it with the help of practical. See the practical now. Students, you can see this question paper. Infant Jesus Senior Secondary School, Sanjapuram, Chandpur. Periodical exam. Here written is periodical exam 2 2018-19. Suppose I want to change it from 2020 to 21. At that time, what I will do? I will remove this 1/8. In place of 1/8, I will write 20, and in place of 19, 21. You can see how I do this. At that time, when here 18 is written, I move my cursor and click here to remove this and use backspace key for one letter one time. Suppose I remove, you can see I have removed 2 letters from there. So 2 times I use backspace key and then write 20. Here also you can see I used to remove something backspace keys, but we want to know how to edit text. First we have to move our cursor. Suppose I want to write something here, I have to move my cursor and then click, and then we can start writing. I can write anything. Okay, you can see I can write anything. This is called editing. Okay, next is, oh sorry students, you can see arrow keys. These are arrow keys for up, down, left, right. Okay, these are called arrow keys. Okay, next is overwriting. You can see student, this memory is written here. Suppose I want to remove this word memory. Okay, first I have to select it. Okay, I want to write something else in place of memory. I have to just only write this letter that I want. Suppose I want to write in place of memory storage. I have to write, you can see, without using backspace key, without using delete key, I have write storage in place of memory. How I do it? With the help of overwriting. I have just select the letter that I want to overwrite and then start writing. This letter should be replaced with the new letter. Okay, next is using backspace key. You can see student, CDRWW. Here 2 times W is written, but I want only 1 time. At that time, what I will do? I will use my backspace key. You can see 1 time I will press my backspace key, then 1 W is removed from here. Okay, suppose I want to remove this W, that time I can use my delete key also, but when I will use this delete key, I will now at that time I will move my cursor in between R and W. Now I can press my delete key 1 time. I have pressed, you can see W is removed. because when you use delete key, it removes the letter from the right of the cursor, and backspace key removes the letter from left side of the cursor. Okay students, now you know when we use backspace key and when we use delete key. When we want to remove something from left side of cursor, at that time we use backspace key, but when we want to delete something from right side of the cursor, at that time we use delete key. You can see. Okay, if you have any doubt, then you can ask to me. Here I can show you again. If I want to remove from left, then I use backspace key. If I want to remove from right of the cursor, I will use delete key. Okay, now undo and redo. Suppose I want to repeat the last action, or you can see brought back. At that time I use redo. You can see CDRW here. Now I will click on undo button. You can see now RWW. My last action is RWW. I brought back this action. Okay. And suppose you want the earlier action, at that time you will use redo button. You can see upside. Now you can see CDRW. Okay, means we can repeat our actions with the help of undo and redo buttons. Okay students, now this much is enough for you. Your homework is, if you have any laptop or computer at your home, you have to learn it with practice. Learning by doing. Okay, you will learn it by doing. Read this lesson properly and practice it at home. Now okay, bye bye, take care.